3, Senegal 0, and we've got the big game coming up on Saturday evening. The one we thought about, the one we probably predicted way before this tournament even occurred. It's England against France on Saturday night. People are writing us off already. France are going to destroy us. We've not played anybody decent yet. You're going to get battered. I don't know who these people are. Have they ever watched football before? I mean, as if we're going to roll into that game and get battered 5 or 6-0. That's not how football works, and certainly not that level when so many of the English players will know so many of the French players. We might lose, we might win, but you know, you can't predict it. We'll go into it underdogs. Can't wait. France will go in as favourites. They're the holders of the bloody thing, and they've played some really good football. But the World Cup starts in the quarterfinal for England.
The Football Terrace has teamed up with PUBG Mobile for a very special World Cup offer. It's so much closer than it seems. Lionel Messi is one of the greatest footballers of all time and many people's GOAT. And he has teamed up with PUBG Mobile for the 2022 World Cup. PUBG is one of the most popular free-to-play mobile battle royale games in the world, with over 50 million active daily players and more than 1 billion downloads in total. Enjoy the authentic battle royale experience, compete with others, and find out who's the one who survives until the end. You can play this game solo, duo, or in a squad battle royale mode. Or you can play one of the other 10 game modes as well. Lionel Messi will join the PUBG Mobile for an exclusive in-game collaboration during the 2022 World Cup. And there are many things that you can do. This includes accomplishing the weekly activities linked to Messi's content to unlock gorgeous Messi content for free. There is also Messi's golden shoes. This item can be picked up to gain sprint and boost effects and make football-like dribbling movements. And there will be many customizable Messi items available as well, including 3 new Messi skins, Messi weapons, Messi bag, Messi pan, Messi parachutes, Messi plane, and much, much more. An exciting football-themed festival is also being introduced to celebrate the World Cup in 2022. This is called the Global Chicken Cup. There are multiple player options, giving you hours and hours of fun and engaging game time. Now, we never let you down on the Football Terrace. We have the best collaborations on the planet, and this is one that's going to give you much joy and entertainment. And of course, you get to do the Messi challenges, customizable skins, and much, much more. This is a game I love. This is a game I support. This is a game that I play in my spare time. So trust me, get it downloaded now.
Disfrutar el juego.
Welcome back to the Fan Channel Review. Make sure like buttons are being smashed, you're subscribing, leaving comments below, and of course subscribing to all the content creators' channels below. And Mark's absolutely spot on here. England fans should be nothing but excited to be in the quarterfinals. Most people predicted this was the stage we would get to and maybe go out to France. All of our detractors, all the Anglophobes out there, all the people that want England to lose predicted we wouldn't get out the group, predicted we would get beat in the final game by Wales. They were all cheering for Senegal. Most predicted Senegal would win. And England have 3 clean sheets on the bounce, are the highest goal scorers in the tournament. We have Jude Bellingham, and we have Saka, and we have Kane, we have Maguire, we have Rashford, we have Foden, to name a few who are in very good form. The French are undoubtedly the favourites to this game, but to predict that England can't win, as Goldbridge says, is absolutely ridiculous.
Not really been tested yet. I'd love to say that Senegal tested us and, you know, we've gone up a couple of gears, but we haven't. We haven't been tested.
What I will say, though, about that, Mark, is the reason that Senegal were good in the opening periods of the game. They had some good attempts on goal. But the reason they didn't test us for the majority of the game, the reason that Wales didn't test us, the reason that Iran didn't test us, is because we didn't allow them to. And I said against the USA, as good as they were, England didn't work hard enough. We were too negative in that game, and it damaged us. The reason that we're not being tested so far for the majority of our opponents is because we are superior to them. We are superior to them by by a country mile. Of course, this is the first big test. It's up against most people's favourites or second favourites. We're the underdogs now. So as long as we don't get battered, England have had a brilliant World Cup.
The funny thing about that game is that it's how we approach the France game that's going to really interest me. Some of you will say he'll go to a back five. Definitely, Trippier comes in, Walker goes in, and he'll drop Henderson, and he'll go with the two in the midfield of Bellingham and Rice. He might do that. He might.
Mark makes a great point there. How do you think, though, viewers? How do you think? How do you think that England are going to set up? I want your take on that. Will it be pragmatic? Will they be aggressive? Will they go for five at the back? I want your thoughts and I want your feelings right now in the comment sections, people. And although Goldbridge is talking some sense there, Goldbridge has had a bit of a nightmare moment today as well. I have to point this out. He tweeted here and said, I can confirm I'm reluctantly off the sports director by a French shirt. If you know, you know. Now, I might have misunderstood Mark Goldbridge here, but he's referring to this video that has come out from the England camp. And I'll put it up so you can see it now. And as you can see here, it's the England team back at the hotel. Great vibes, as you can see. Like, great vibes there. Jackie Grealish getting involved. Lots of music. Actually there, I think. A little Phil Foden. It's a vibe. For me, that's a vibe. That's a proper vibe. But Goldbridge and a lot of other people are annoyed about it. Like, it's the quarterfinals. We haven't won anything yet. You know, there's Carl Walker there. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? For me, I've seen multiple nations do this. And I'm just really happy to see England not be a stick in the mud here. Legitimately. But what is your take on that? I really want to know what your take on that is. Because for me, I don't know. I'm a little bit... I think Goldbridge has got that one wrong in my humble opinion.
We spoke about these players before the game, and what they're doing is producing. You know, it is about what you do today. The games, you have France coming up the next few days, but that's where the players deserve credit. They're producing week in, week out. That's where they're top players. Still young, you know, their best days are still ahead, but they're fantastic and they're producing. This ended up being an easy game, but their performance made it an easy game in the second half.
Me and Roy Keane obviously agree on that. The performance made it an easy game.
They just walk in pace. But the first half damage was done. It was game over with the second goal just on half time. But these young players, yeah, will they be fearful of France? Absolutely not.
And listen, I love there what Roy Keane has said. That is a standard. France are the favourites, we're the underdogs, but we shouldn't be fearful of them. What we're going to get for the next 5 to 6 days in the media from rivals is you're going to get beat, you're going to get beat. There's no way you're winning in a million years. Great. And maybe we go out to France. But as long as we're not battered by 3 or more goals in the scoreline, as long as we're competitive in the game, we've done our job. If we get beat by a better team that everybody says better than us, there's nothing to worry about. As Roy Keane said, I want us to go into this game absolutely fearlessly.
Bravery, because that's what they've been doing for the last few years.
Class, because actually the rest of the team, I thought, you know, we do play it out slowly from the back sometimes, but it looks patient. That's just never would have happened 10, 15, 20 years ago. What Gareth's added to this squad is calmness, composure, leadership, authority. They're winning games, making it look really easy. We love the young players. The celebration with Saka and Foden was absolutely amazing. That goal was just delicious at the end. The pass through the legs of Foden, the weight of the delivery, and then the little finish from Saka. It's really fantastic. But credit to all of them. They've got, I suppose in some ways, a captain as well in Harry Kane, who doesn't get fazed by things, doesn't get carried away if actually he scores. He doesn't get too down if he's not scoring.
Gary Neville raises some very interesting points here. And I said it in the live stream yesterday. Maybe you didn't see it. I have to apologize. I legitimately have to apologize for my take on Gareth Southgate. And I've come to a conclusion that even if we go out to France, maybe he does leave, maybe he doesn't, I don't know. But this man is a serious tournament manager. And what I've got to learn to not allow myself to do is become emotional, concerned, and worried about how we perform in qualifications and how we perform maybe even in the Nations League. This manager has been the best England manager since Sir Ralph Ramsey. Maybe not on paper, maybe not on his CV, maybe not by how the public feels about him, maybe not by his vibe, maybe not because of his personality, but Gareth Southgate deserves all the credit in the world because every single major tournament he's taken us to, and it's been 3 of them now, we have got, it's the first time in our history we've won a knockout game at every single 3 tournaments on the bounce. Never been done. It's our biggest winning margin in a World Cup knockout game for over 35 years. We're into another latter stage period of the tournament. The fans are believing, the vibe is great. And you look at that England team and it's balanced. He's picking the best teams possible. He isn't always picking the best players. And I'm someone that's got to learn from this. We've all got to learn all the time. And Southgate is teaching us lessons that, you know, he's really, really understands what it is to be a tournament manager. That may not mean he's good enough to win a Premier League title with a big team. It may not mean he's ever going to become a decorated manager in the Champions League. But this short format tournament football, World Cups, Euros, he knows what he's doing. This is where he comes alive. This is almost his speciality, as it were. He's absolutely magnificent. And some will say, you haven't won anything yet, Terry. How can you say it's magnificent? If you're saying that, you don't understand England's history at major tournaments. At major tournaments, we have been so bad the majority of my life. The majority of my life, we've been so bad that just seeing us play like this and have this vibe around the camp is, for me, it's just, honestly, it's just absolutely, impeccable to see. It really is.
Let's go! Come on!
It was the prat in the hat. This guy's got no shame. Throwing shade again at people. I think this guy just needs to stop. Just shut up. Like, real talk. Shut up, mate. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'll say what I like, and so will every other Arsenal fan. If you don't like it, don't care. I ain't stopping anytime soon. Yeah, my standards for this football club are up here, and that is why I've been calling out the manager, calling out players, calling out the staff, etc., for years, because my standards never dropped. My standards have always been compete for a title. The last time we competed for a title, Leicester City won it. And since then, myself, as well as him and many others, were on protest, holding banners up, trying to get Arsene Wenger removed from the club, which eventually happened. And the standards have always been compete. The standards have always been do the best we can. And we've got money. I think that's been pretty evident over the last 4 or 5 years when we spent more money than any club on the planet, by the way, other than Man United. I think we're second to Man United. We've got money. We haven't spent money. Arsene Wenger was a big issue in that. But we're now spending money. We're top of the table, and I'm loving life.
Lee Gunner here responding to what DT said over the weekend. And, we spoke about it on the terrace. And I know there were some people that felt, we shouldn't be promoting DT. Look, he's got a platform on YouTube. And he's whether you like it, whether I like it, is irrelevant. He's influential. Thousands of people listen to him every day across multiple platforms. And he made a point that certain Arsenal fans shouldn't get to celebrate the successes coming Arsenal's way. And I felt the whole time he was having a pop at Lee and people that wanted Arteta out. Lee Gunner here responding and essentially putting his point of view across of, listen, I just hold the club to really high standards. I'm loving what's going on now. I'm going to keep the standards high. And you're seeing a lot more of that from Lee Gunner, where he's like, well, I'm happy now. I'm happy now because we're delivering at the level that I wanted us to be at. And I'm going to celebrate that and I'm going to enjoy that. And it's interesting to see a lot of the responses to the claim made by DT. And look, I understand exactly where Lee's coming from. And a lot of people, this guy, why is he calling anybody out after the things that he's done, after the crimes that he's committed, after the things that he did to Wenger, just keeping it on football for a moment. And I totally understand that. I really, really do. And I think that Lee's right to come out and step up and say what he says. And Lee's also correct overall. It doesn't matter if you were someone that didn't believe in Arteta and now you do. That's the nature of the beast. I think the irony in it is this. The one thing I would say that the TPFs, the toxic positivity fans, and a very small section of gooners want to do is they want to police who real fans are. And I just don't agree with that. As a fan content creator, someone who loves talking to fans, everybody had the same opinion. This industry and my job and everything around it would be absolutely boring as hell. So it's great to have a difference of opinion. I never want to see them shut down. And I agree with what Lee has come out here out with here to shut like DT down with. I really, really do. But viewers, I do want your thoughts and I want your feelings on the content that we put out for you today, on the opinions that have been given. Make sure you leave them below. Of course, scan the QR code for PUBG Mobile. Get that downloaded now. Absolutely amazing game. I've been playing it for about a week now. Kind of got the bug for computer games again. I'm not going to lie. And I'm enjoying this because it's a mobile game. It's on my phone. I can play it when I'm out and about, when I'm on trains, when I'm traveling. It's really, really good. So get it downloaded right now. QR code or link in our description below. But until next time, my beautiful, wonderful Football Terrace community, take care. Goodbye. God bless. See you soon.